Hello and welcome. Thanks for joining us. Interleague Baseball on MLB The Show. It's the Chicago Cubs and the Toronto Blue Jays. Along with Chris Singleton, I'm John Shambi. Chris, one guy having a big year for this club, leading the team in home runs and runs batted in. George Springer leads the team at OPS, so he's the guy that looks to slug and basically make things happen for them offensively.
Just a machine in terms of production at the plate. He'll take his walks, he'll barrel up the baseball, he'll hit the ball in the gaps, he'll hit the ball over the fence. So talk about a guy going good. That's him right now, and he's a bat that you want to stay away from if you're the pitcher.
So almost ready to get underway, and on the hill in this one, Kevin Gausman.
A really good outing for him last time. Scattered 2 runs, was attacking hitters, getting ahead in the count. Great performance. We'll see if he can do it again in this one.
Dansby Swanson stands in. The pitch. Fouls it off, still 1-2. Kicks and deals. And that one is lifted in the air. And it drops in. So a man on base to start the inning.
Good job of just putting the ball in play with 2 strikes.
You know what they say, he couldn't have thrown it out there any better than that, and certainly the case that time. Just flared it back behind the second baseman and dropped it in there.
Ian Happ up to hit. Good contact guy, good defender, and a 1-1. Out to center. And there's one down.
Batting third.
Here's a look at the Cubs lineup. And one to watch, of course, their 3-hole hitter, Nico Hoerner.
And Boog, he's a fun at bat to watch. I mean, definitely a threat whenever he's got that bat in his hands. But for me, it's all about the mechanics. They're so sound. And when he gets his foot down on time and starts his swing, so much consistency, that bat stays in the zone for a long time, and he squares up the baseball a lot.
Rips one to right. Springer there makes the catch.
Man, he smoked that fastball. He's all over it. It's just frustrating when you can't get it to fall. Maybe next time up he'll find a hole.
Kevin Gausman hails from Colorado, but he played his college ball at LSU. He was the 4th overall pick in the 2012 draft. Made his debut at 22 years old in 2013, and he has gotten himself through a lot. Back over to first, and he's back again.
Yeah, and coming through the minor leagues, he was expected to be the #1 starter for the Baltimore Orioles and never quite lived up.
Runner on the go. In the air out to center. Senzel settles underneath it, and that is that. One left for the Cubs. Now the Blue Jays will get their chance. No score. You're dialed into the show. Back here at Rogers Center, and towing the slab in this one, Kenta Maeda. And Chris, pitching on the road has not been particularly kind to him.
Yeah, and you don't want to be too quick to say that he can't pitch on the road. Sometimes, you know, it's just a matter of luck. It's not having a field difference between the bullpen mound to the mound out there on the playing field. Don't know what it is, but I know this. He's got good enough stuff to overcome and get it done on the road as well as at home. So we'll see what he's able to do in this one.
Right-hander kicks, deals. This one popped up. Hoerner pulls it down, and he makes the catch. And there's one down. Let's take a look at the lineup for the Blue Jays. This is a veteran-led lineup right here. A lot of players with plenty of experience, Singy.
Yeah, no doubt about that, Boog. These guys have been around the game for a long time, and they may not have the flash that they once did, but they've got the wisdom to be able to understand different situations, be able to think with the opponent and sometimes in front of the opponent. And you always seem to see a team like this. They come to the ballpark, they know how to get down to business, and they understand what the job is at hand.
And the 2-2. On a line, base hit.
Showed some really nice patience in that at bat. Worked himself into a good
Batting
count.
third.
Just a cookie
Now
down the
shortstop.
biddle. I mean, those are the ones you dream about. The ones in the cage, you're just hoping you get in the ball game. Right down the middle, not a whole lot of velocity. Right on top of it.
Bo Bichette up to the dish. Line the other way. That's a fair ball and down the right field line and towards that corner.
Back-to-back singles. He really shot that one down the right field line and somehow found a way to keep it from slicing foul. One thing that was great about the approach, his head was down all the way through the pitch, and that's how you do it.
One away, runners at first and third. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. now. 2 hits and 4 at bats during yesterday's ball game. That's a base hit. Run scores.
Nice line drive to the pull side, met it out front, but just stayed through it nice enough and ripped it into the outfield.
Here's George Springer, 4th right now in the American League home run leaderboard. And that's through there for a strike.
It's great to get on the board in the first frame of the ball game, but here's an opportunity for them to really open things up with a couple of runners on. Let's see if they can cash in.
Stays alive.
Well, with this many pitches thrown here in this first inning, I mean, you're giving the other team a really good look. He's going to have to find a way to get some weak contact, maybe a swing and miss, get into that dugout and hit the reset button.
And that's a fair ball. Bichette around third and headed home. He'll score easily, and they lead by 2. In there safely. A perfect example right there. That plate discipline, it pays off.
The deeper he gets into a count, the more comfortable he becomes, and he usually wins the battle.
And now it's Josh Naylor. Here's a 1-1. Hit on the ground to the right side. That's a base hit. Run scores. The throw in. Pulls into third safely. And a run comes in to score.
He kind of rolled over on this pitch a little bit, but he got enough behind it to shoot it through for a knock, and you'll take that anytime you can get him to find a hole.
And next for Toronto, Alejandro Kirk, the 1-1. Got him swinging. And 2 away now.
Just indecisive in that at bat. He couldn't commit to the slider. Tried to sit in between. Just not able to put the bat on the ball.
Now it's Nick Senzel. And a swing and a miss. Corners are occupied with 2 down. In the air, left field. Happ moving under it. And puts the squeeze on that. And that's the 3rd out. They strike for 3 runs on 5 hits. No errors and a couple left on. We move to the 2nd in Toronto. It's the Blue Jays 3 and the Cubs nothing. Back now in Toronto. And the batter now, Brandon Bell.
First baseman, Brandon Bell.
The 1-1. That smash towards center. Hauls it in, and there's 1 away.
Not fooled at all right there. He was clearly all over it, but sometimes you hit it too hard and right at someone. You're looking for one of those bloop hits to get a knock sometimes.
And next for the Cubs, Seiya Suzuki. 2 hits for him in yesterday's game. One down, base is empty. Called strike right there. Gausman, he has a reputation, I don't know, maybe a knack for working himself out of tough situations that he finds himself in. You know, you like that in a relief pitcher, but when you have it for a starting pitcher, a guy that can get out of a tight spot, that is pretty valuable. In the air, right side, and George makes the grab. That's out number 2.
And you won't see the skipper rush to get somebody up in the bullpen as soon as he starts to see some signs of trouble. This guy's earned a longer leash, and because of that, confidence grows with the players and teammates playing behind him, that when things get a little rough out there, they know he'll find his way through it.
On the ground, right side. Fires over to Guerrero, and it's a 1-2-3 inning. 3 up, 3 down for the Cubs. They trail in this one 3-0. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. And now for the Jays, Taylor Motter.
Taylor Motter.
Kicks and fires. Swing and a foul back. That's out of play. Saying he wasn't very sharp in the first. Got hit around a little bit. Just wasn't able to locate particularly well. A lot of stuff in the fat part of the plate.
Yeah, Boog, he wasn't fooling anyone. It's a tough place to be because it's not always obvious what adjustments need to be made. Sometimes it's location. Sometimes it's being too predictable. Sometimes you're tipping your pitches. He's going to need to figure it out quickly, though.
Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2. The wide to kick the pitch. Base hit center field. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
Right there, does a great job of staying in the big part of the field. Man, there are a lot of hits there.
Designated hitter, Whit Merrifield.
Whit Merrifield up to the plate. Flied out to center in his first at bat. Off the mark there. Now 2 balls and a strike. And a foul ball. High fly ball out into left center field. Happ moving under it. Puts it away for the out.
The batter, number 5, second baseman, Santiago.
So up next for Toronto, Santiago Espinal. The 1-1. And there's the strike. Next offering popped in the air, right field. Renfroe hauls it in for the out. 2 down. Man at first, Bo Bichette gets a chance to hit. 1 for 1 with a single and a run scored so far. 1-1 now. Swing and a ball popped up, and it falls. Throw in holds the lead runner at second. 2 on now with 2 away.
Now batting.
I don't know how he's able to shoot that pitch the other way and still put something on it. That pitch was inside, and he let it get really deep. So pretty incredible hands to fight it off and still get good wood on it.
Next offering is in for a strike. Motter, the lead runner at second. Bichette at first. 2 out of the inning. Out into left center for a line drive base hit. Here's the throw to the plate. But it's offline. He will score. And they lead by 4.
Well, he found himself behind in the count right there, but he didn't give in. Nice line drive to the pull side right there, but he didn't spin off of it. That's the key. You still have to extend through the baseball in order to hit a line drive like that.
And the batter is George Springer. Singled and drove in a run his first time through. In the air, right field, pretty well struck. That's back, and it is gone. George Springer takes him deep. Home run number 20 on the year. It's 7-0.
That one was a hanger, and pitchers typically don't get away with making a mistake like that. And right there, he made him pay.
Now here's Tyler Rogers out of the pen.
And compared to a lot of other relievers, strikeouts have not been a big weapon for him this year, so the defense should be active.
Ripped, but it curls foul.
Great swing and solid contact, just a little too quick. He's got to stay back a little longer.
The 1-2. Just missed.
It's a good take.
Two outs. That one is hammered right field. Renfroe moving back for it. And that ball is gone. Home run number 10 of the year. And they add a run. It's 8-0.
Back jacks, and this club is fired up right now, Boog. I mean, this is the kind of thing where you really start to notice hitters in a lineup feeding off each other, and the collective confidence just continues to grow.
And now it's going to be Alejandro Kirk. Next pitch is popped up. He's got it, and that is out number 3. But the long ball was working in this inning. Not once, but twice. It's now an 8-0 game. This is Cubs baseball on the show, Chicago. And welcome back. And now Bader up to the plate. Singy, you got to appreciate a guy who's this good defensively. I mean, watching him track balls in the outfield, it is beautiful. So how much does his speed factor into his ability to go get it?
It's heartbreaking for the hitter because off the bat, he thinks this ball's going to get down. Because of that speed and the ability to make up so much ground, he enters the picture and breaks a guy's heart.
And now the batter is Tucker Barnhart. Foul. We'll see another payoff pitch. Next pitch is popped up. Espinal makes the grab, and there's 2 away.
Now batting, shortstop, Dansby Swanson.
Back to the leadoff spot in the Cubs lineup. Now it's the shortstop, Dansby Swanson. He's 1 for 1, led off the game with a single. Comebacker to the mound, and that one finds its way through. So a 2-out knock keeps the inning alive.
The left fielder, number 8.
Here's the left fielder, Ian Happ. Gossman throws over. Swanson back on a dive. Swanson off of first with 2 away. Out there to center. Senzel under it. And puts the squeeze on that one. And that is that. Cubs leave one, and they're on the short end of an 8-0 score. Back here at the ballpark, set for the bottom of the third. And now for the Jays, Nick Senzel.
Nick Senzel.
The 1-1. Swings and blasts one deep to left center. That's back there. And that one's gone. A solo shot. And they boost their lead. It's 9-0. That's their third home run of the game.
They're having a lot of fun at the plate in this one. They've got the long ball working for them on autopilot. When you're lacking velocity, it's so critical that you move the ball around, change speeds, even try to trick the hitter at times. But when you give up a home run right there, manager doesn't have a lot of patience because the velocity is not there to overcome and get the swing and miss.
Now Taylor Motter. And that one hammered. And that is a foul ball. Next offering is fouled back. Eighth pitch of the at-bat coming up. Next pitch is popped up. Bell on the move. Nice grab on the run. One away.
The batter, number 50. Designated hitter, Whit Merrifield.
So the batting order turns over. And now the DH, Whit Merrifield. Line drive, base hit. So they get a man aboard with a one-out single.
Well, when you fall behind in the count, you've got to come into the zone, and then guys have a better chance of hitting the ball hard like he did right there.
Espinal.
Here's the second baseman, Santiago Espinal. 1 for 2. Line drive, and that should be extra bases. Merrifield around second, headed for third. Merrifield coming home. He will score. It's 10-0.
A little more backspin on that instead of the top spin. And he's jogging around the bases rather than pulling up at second. Going to be a tough matchup for him right here. Right-handed hitters have been having a lot of success against him so far this season.
Now this is in the air down the line. And that is a foul ball.
Part of the order coming through now, and with one home run already in this inning, they're definitely looking to do some more damage.
Got it by him for the K.
Toughest pitch to hit, fastball on the outer black. Man, sometimes you just got to tip your cap.
Here's Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Outfield playing very deep, not wanting anything over their heads. 2-2 now. Fights it off. He'll see another.
The idea was right, looking to locate that fastball up and in. He just missed his spot a little bit.
Next offering is fouled back. And another ball.
And that's awfully close. I don't know how you take that. He's seeing the ball out of the pitcher's hand really well right now.
George Springer waiting to hit for Toronto. Got him looking. Good job at damage control right there. They put 2 on the board on 3 hits, including the home run. No errors and a runner left. 3 innings complete. It's the Blue Jays 10 and the Cubs nothing. Welcome back. And now Nico Horner. Chris, his skill set straight out of the mid-80s. Good contact, not much power, and he could run. He always uses the wheels to his advantage.
His biggest challenge in this day and age is to not get caught up in trying to hit home runs because so many people are.
That one gets down for a hit. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
The right fielder, number 12, Hunter Renfroe.
So a man aboard. Now the Cubs 4-hole hitter, Hunter Renfroe. Line drive, and that's a base hit out into center field.
Boog, I don't think that pitch would have been called a strike, but he did such a nice job of pulling his hands tight to the body and just getting enough of the barrel on it to be hard enough back up the middle for a knock.
Up to the plate, it's Brandon Belt. He's 0 for 1. Ball and a strike. The pitch.
That's a ball.
Could be some action here on this next pitch. Couple runners on. Probably a challenge pitch coming.
Horner over at second. Renfroe on at first with nobody out. And a strike in there. Hit on the ground, might be 2. Over to Bichette. Plenty of time at first. That's a double play.
For me, that's one of the toughest double plays to turn on the infield. The first baseman has to get inside, create a throwing lane to hit that middle infielder to start the double play, and then from there completing it back to first. Really good job all the way around.
So up now for Chicago, Seiya Suzuki. 0 for 1 so far. That to right. Springer on the move. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. And that's the inning. One left for the Cubs. They're down 10-0. Back here at Rogers Center.
Leading
Bottom
off
4.
for the
Here's
Jays,
George Springer to start it
The right
off.
fielder, George Springer.
They say you win.
Well, these Blue Jays putting together some really good at-bats in this game. There's been a lot to like with how they're approaching their chances at the plate. They were obviously able to run the starter out of the game in the third, so they've...
This one swung on and hit well. Way back there. Hauls it in on the warning track.
Man, I love that route. The ball was smoked. He knew he had to get back to the track right away. Turned his back on the infield. Got to the spot, turned around, and made a nice catch.
Ball to strike. And that one fouled off. The wind, the kick, and the 1-2. Fouls it back with 2 strikes. The big lefty turns, kicks, deals. Swing and a pop-up. Morel moving under it. And there are 2 down.
Now batting, catcher, Alejandro.
2 outs, base is empty. Digging in, Alejandro Kirk. A guy who makes an impact not just at the plate, but also in the field. Chop to third. Tosses to first. Inning over. 1, 2, 3 go the Blue Jays, but they're still in front 10-0. New inning getting started, and now Christopher Morel.
Third baseman, number 5.
Singy, this kid's quite a story.
Morel.
Super talented. Maybe as good an arm as the Cubs have on their team defensively. One of their fastest players. He debuted at 22 years old after having played 10 games above Double-A.
The batter, the center fielder.
Now here is Harrison Bader. Grounded out to short in his first trip.
Hey! 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Two now. Ground ball left side. And it gets by him.
Now batting, catcher, Tucker Barnhart.
Runner on at first with 1 gone. Tucker Barnhart, the next Cub to hit. He's 0 for 1. Here comes a pitch. This one lifted in the air, left field. Pulls it down, and there's 2 gone.
The batter, number 7, shortstop, Dansby Swanson.
Back to the top of the lineup, Dansby Swanson, the next Cub to hit. And the right-hander deals to third. Motter. They get the force. That's the third out. One hit, one left. Home half of the fifth coming up. It's the Blue Jays 10 and the Cubs nothing. Back now in Toronto, bottom of the inning. And now for the Jays, Nick Senzel.
Nick Senzel.
Here's a 1-1. A little out front there as he swings through it.
Well, these Jays really impressing me with the quality of their bats in this one. It's been fun getting a chance to see them go to work. It looked to me like they really wanted to get to the starter early, get him out of the game before he settles in. So I'd say mission accomplished.
Now batting, the third baseman.
Here's the third baseman, Taylor Motter. And a pitch. Foul ball.
Look out. That ball was smoked. Man, I am so relieved that they have this netting down the lines. Just ensures safety for the fans. Last thing as a player you want to look.
The wind of the pitch. Hard ground ball, base knock.
The batter, number 50, designated hitter,
Whit Merrifield. Next up for the Blue Jays. 1 for 3. And a pitch. Strike 2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
That one hammered center field. That's bad. Brings it back on a leaping catch. Wow.
Almost a 2-run homer right there, but an excellent job getting up, reaching up, and bringing it back. Heartbreaker for the batter.
And at first, now it's the second baseman, Santiago Espinal. Line drive, base hit, right center field. Lead runner touches second, headed for third. And now they'll have runners on the corners with 2 away.
Oh, this has been a really nice game at the plate for him. He looks locked in. Anytime you rip a line drive the other way, you feel really good about what you did at the plate. You trusted your hands, you let the ball travel, and you took the barrel straight to it. That's great work right there.
Next pitch is downstairs. There's a strike. Motter at third. Espinal on at first with 2 down. In the air, right field. Renfroe makes the grab, and that's the inning. Blue Jays leave a pair, but they still hold a 10-0 lead. And welcome back. Now it's the switch hitting outfielder, Ian Happ.
Ian Happ.
Ripped into right center, and that should be extra bases. Now he'll turn for second. He makes it safely with a leadoff double in the 6th.
Well, the last 10 games or so have been anything but fun at the plate for him, so that one has to feel good. Got a good pitch to drive, stayed short with his bat path to the ball, and caught it out front, and he stayed long in his follow-through. And that's how you split the gap, and that's pretty much a double every time.
Here's Nico Horner. And the right-hander's 3-1.
You know, these Cubs just lacking discipline at the plate in this ballgame. Chasing pitches has been a big part of the story. We've seen it quite a bit today. It's been tough for them to make contact at times, and it just doesn't look like they're seeing it very well as a group.
On a line out towards center. And there's one down.
And on the mound, you know, confidence has to be pretty high with all of the swings and misses. He's had them eaten out of the palm of his hand pretty much all game.
Hunter Renfroe at the plate.
Hunter Renfroe.
One out and a runner at second. Swing and a miss. And it's 1-2.
Really consistent release point. He's been able to pitch up and down and have excellent command in both locations.
Next pitch is popped up. He's got it, and there's 2 down.
Good hard fastball up in the zone right there. They look really good coming in, but so hard to get on top of as a hitter.
And up next for Chicago, Brandon Bell. The 2-2. Smoked on the ground a second. Throws to first. And they get Belt for the out. Out number 3. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and a man left. To the bottom of the 6th we go. 4, 5, 6 coming up. It's the Blue Jays 10 and the Cubs nothing. Back here at the ballpark, John Shelby with Chris Singleton in the booth, and leading off the bottom of the 6th, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Next pitch is popped up. Morel moving under it. And there's one away.
The right fielder, number 4, Joel.
Well, they need someone to stop the bleed and keep the score right where it is. Seems like a tough task today with the way this lineup is swinging it.
The 1-1. And now 1-2.
Early in the count, you have to be real careful because of that power. But then if this hitter gets a strike or 2 on him, he's still very comfortable. And because he has the ability to get the barrel to the baseball, he's a threat deep into the count as well.
Hauls it in, 2 away.
The left fielder, number 22.
2 outs, base is empty. Now the left fielder, Josh Naylor. He's already homered here in this one. 2-2 on the way. Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout. Top of inning number 7. Now it'll be the Cubs DH, Seiya Suzuki. Out towards right center field. Senzel on his way over. Tracks it down for the out. And a quick out, number 1.
Every day during batting practice, these outfielders get about 10 minutes of balls in the gaps. They practice this, and when the game comes, they make the play perfectly.
Got one out to right. Springer drifts towards it. He makes the catch, and there's 2 down.
Now batting, the center fielder.
2 outs, base is empty.
Bader.
Here's the center fielder, Harrison Bader.
Now just about to hit that century mark, 100 pitches for this game.
1-2 now. In the air, out towards left center. Makes the grab on the run. And that ends the inning. Cubs are down quietly. Not looking good. They're down 10-0. Bottom of the 7th. Here's the Toronto catcher, Alejandro Kirk. This guy, one of the best defensive catchers going. You talk about framing, the ability to block, catch, and throw. He is at the top of the game. Lifted in the air, right field. Renfroe hauls it in, and there's one away.
Now batting, the center fielder,
Nick Senzel next up for the Blue Jays. Righty delivers. Lifted in the air, out to left. Happ makes the grab, and there's two gone.
The batter, the third baseman,
Taylor Motter next up for the Blue Jays.
Motter.
Next offering is fouled back. Chases the high curve, struck him out. Welcome back. And now the catcher comes up to hit. Tucker Barnhart. And here it comes.
He hasn't fallen behind in the count like this all day. He's in danger of walking his first batter right here.
The pitch. That's in there. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Bullpen activity starting up now. Zach Pop getting loose out there. Meza, the power lefty, up as well. And he hits a ground ball right side. Fires over to Guerrero. And that's one away as the leadoff man is out in the 8th.
Shortstop,
Dansby Swanson, the next Cub to hit.
Swanson, former first-round pick by the Arizona Diamondbacks. Vanderbilt player in college, College World Series player, all that good stuff, but really coming into his own.
Down the left field line, could be extra bases. Makes the turn and heads for second. Throw, and it gets away.
now batting, left fielder.
Here comes the manager out of the Blue Jays dugout, and he will make a move to the pen. Kevin Gausman makes way, and he's responsible for the runner on second, so the book isn't closed on him yet. We'll be right back. Zach Pop taking over on the mound.
And he's got a nice lead to work with, so he should come in throwing strikes, attacking these hitters.
And next for the Cubs, Ian Happ. And a 1-1. Line drive and a base hit. Swanson around third. He scores, and they're on the board, but lots of ground to make up.
Back-to-back base hits. Showed a willingness to drive that pitch the opposite way. Didn't get jumpy, didn't try to pull the ball. He let it get deep, took the barrel right to it, and then extended through the swing for the line drive base hit.
Next to hit, Nico Horner. Swing and a miss. Now 1-2. He's a bullpen arm that keeps the ball in the ballpark, but obviously out of the bullpen, you're looking to limit home runs.
Yeah, and that's why he's such a high leverage arm. Just doesn't matter for him. He looks at attacking the zone and attacking hitters regardless of the situation. And
that's down. A base hit. They get it in quickly. So first and second, now one out.
Still able to come through behind in the count right there. Pretty much a model swing on that one as he ripped it into the opposite field gap. And I'm sure he's going to be watching that one back on video because that's the kind of swing you want to bottle. So many positives that led to that knock.
Now it's Hunter Renfroe. To short, could be two. Bichette to second, on to first, double play, and that's the inning. So they get 1 run, 3 hits, no errors, and 1 left. Home half of inning number 8 straight ahead. It's the Blue Jays 10 and the Cubs 1. Bottom of the 8th. Now it's the Toronto designated hitter, Whit Merrifield.
Designated hitter, Whit Merrifield.
Here comes a 3-2. This one popped up. Foul ground, first base side. He's there. He's got it. 1 up, 1 down.
The batter, number 5, second baseman, Santiago.
So up next for Toronto, Santiago Espinal. Left field, way back there. That one's got a chance. It bangs off the wall. The throw into second, but he's in there easily. And the batter will be the shortstop, Bichette. The pitch. Hit in the air, right field. Renfroe makes the grab, 2 down.
Now back, the first baseman, Vladimir.
It's got to be a little tough coming in out of the pen when your guys are trailing so big on the scoreboard. Just doesn't have the same intensity to it, but he's got to find a way because these batters count the same for his stats, obviously, regardless of the score.
3-2 now. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Slider got him for strike 3. 1 left for Toronto, but they maintain their 10-1 lead. Back here at Rogers Center, all set to start the 9th in this one. And here's the first baseman, Brandon Belt. And the righty deals. And now it's even up. The pitch. Sharp grounder. That's through for a base hit. So up now for Chicago, Seiya Suzuki. Popped up. Espinal makes the grab, 1 down.
The third baseman, number 5, Christopher Morel.
Man at first, Christopher Morel, the next Cub to hit. Swing and a miss. And the count 1-2.
Clearly he was sitting on a fastball right there and just ended up out in front of the slider. Hey, you can't fault him for his commitment. Now he's just gonna have to battle with 2 strikes.
One, 2 now. Base hit. Throws to second. He's in there.
Well, that certainly feels good when you can win the at-bat after being down in the count, up against it with 2 strikes right there. That's a good sound coming off the bat, man. And as he connected out front and ripped it into the outfield, that's one of those swings where you just don't even feel the ball hit the barrel. That's a pure stroke.
And here is popped up first base side. That one gets down for a hit. And they stop him at third, so bases loaded with 1 away.
2 consecutive base hits for these guys here. With the way defenders track down balls these days, I mean, both from the infield and in the outfield, there really aren't a lot of base hits on balls hit like that. But there's always a little room back behind the first and second baseman to drop a lawn dart in there, and he found a way.
Now it's going to be Tucker Barnhart. That one clubbed out towards left center. That'll be extra bases. Here comes Belt, and he scores. And they clear the bases. 3 runs score, and they're on the board, but lots of ground to make up.
How about that? Clears the bases.
That was exactly what you're looking to do with the pitch away, especially in that situation. Drive it into the opposite field gap. He got himself 2 bags on a great swing of the bat.
New pitcher now for the Jays, Adam Simber.
Compared to some days, this is a pretty low leverage appearance for him, so he should be fairly free and easy out there. Still have to keep yourself sharp and attack the strike zone.
Dansby Swanson, the next Cub to hit. Simber is ready. This one popped up right side. And Swanson is set down. And there's 2 away.
The left fielder, number 8, Ian Happ.
So they're down to their final out. Ian Happ, the next Cub to hit. Barnhart stands at second with 2 gone. That's in there. It's 2-2. Hit weakly on the ground. Throw to first. Ball game. And the Blue Jays take this one in a blowout.
Good win by 6 runs. Always nice when you can win by a touchdown or a couple of field goals. You want to keep that momentum going, knowing the offense can score at will, bring it into the next one and get another W.
10-4 is how it ends. Roger Dodger, ground beef control. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew here at MLB The Show, thanks for stopping by. I'm John Shambi. Talk to you soon.